Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the virtual living room. It is your girl, Lovey, and I am so glad to be back with y'all. I have missed y'all. I pulled up my microphone today and didn't even know what to do. My headset wasn't connected right. The audio wasn't, I was just verklempt. This has been a minute. I'm going through withdrawals. Like, I got to get back on the horse. I can't ride a horse, but
You gotta be if you're talking about verklempt.
all of
No,
that. Yeah.
no.
My disability kicked in just then, but you'll be all right. Yes, you heard the voice. It is the infamous Iva. Hello, Iva.
What it do,
We got Belinda in the house. Hello, Belinda.
Hello, hello.
And returning back on the mic, we got Lori. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey.
How is everyone's summer going so far?
Hot.
Yes.
Yeah, I concur.
It is
very
Be a
about
lot
to
worse
rain
though.
here. Right. Don't say that. It was
Yeah.
108 earlier.
Ugh.
Let's not talk about how hot it was in the car. And it's about to rain now, or we're on rain watch right now. So it's only 96.
only. Okay. It's been really rainy here in Georgia. I'm here for it because
God.
that keeps me in the house.
Save you some money.
Right, right.
Unless you online shop like me.
Yeah, that gets us in trouble too. Yeah, that too. Well, I guess we should go ahead and let the folks know. We won't be coming to you weekly. We will be coming to you in 3 different sessions this season. This is for Married at First Sight, season 15, San Diego. We are coming with our predictions today, and then we'll come back halfway through the game to kind of regroup and see if our predictions are coming true and if we need to change them. And then we'll be back for decision day. Summer is here and we are outside, y'all. Okay.
Yes.
One gotta have a life too.
Right.
Right.
We getting stamps on the ports.
Right. But if something happens to be juicy enough where we feel like, hey, this is some foolishness, then we might come and talk about it on the mic. So,
Right.
plus, Married at First Sight is full of shit.
Yeah.
Period.
I'm surprised I'm back.
Like
the old man where you be like, I said I wasn't gonna fool with him no more. I said
right.
No more.
Right.
Now
So
here I am looking for my panties on the floor. But you know what? This season, apparently, we're gonna get some new experts. So we, hopefully get to meet them at some point. And
where
also,
they at?
who is them? I thought it was just one additional expert.
It's
one new one.
It's Devon and a lady.
And a chick, yeah.
So no more Dr. Pepper, or is it gonna be 5?
Dr. Pepper's
or 4?
Viviana's
I know that Dr. Viviana is gone. Devon Franklin is now taking Dr. Viviana's place, or is the other person the official doctor, the sex expert, shall I say?
No, so the Franklin, that name sounds familiar. I'm trying to remember the other one. So give me a moment. I'll find it.
Devon Franklin, Mr. Megan Good.
Ex Megan Good.
Yeah, I know. And I also read his rebuttal in one of his interviews saying, just because my marriage did not work out with my person does not mean that I don't have the tools that I can use and blah, blah, blah.
Okay. Well, we'll see what kind of advice you give, sir.
The other thing that is new this season, which I really just wish they would kind of follow the Australia thing and fast forward through all this wedding stuff and wedding gown shopping, but the brides actually got wedding bands this year, or the engagement ring, I should say,
from JamesAllen.com. In case you missed it.
Yes.
Well, it was the buildup from last season from Steve that was going to let you know that this is going to be the introduction to the rings. I thought it was a little weird that the women got their rings. I mean, I get it, but it just seemed a little weird.
Yeah.
Would you all have wanted Would you all
pushing.
have wanted to get your ring as you're getting dressed? Like,
In an
oh,
old bag.
right?
That's all.
Well, they didn't usually get them before. I mean, at least
For
this
now.
season they're getting engagement rings. I was rolling because I thought about y'all with the James Allen. I was like, "Ooh, they was pushing it last season with Steve. They just did pushed it on, huh? They,
Mm-hmm.
Pastor Cal and them got a commercial and everything."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was a little different. Oh, and first and foremost, so I had to let y'all know, Lord, I got talked into watching The Bachelor. No, Iva, your eyes bugged. I know. Lori, do you watch The Bachelor? Ed?
No, it started getting a little too much, kind of like Married at First Sight. When you get to kind of like a certain season number, your season has ended.
Okay, so the reason why I bring that up is because I am substituting for a fellow podcaster on Pop Rate. Michelle and DJ, host of Roses and Rejections,
hmm
where they recap the Bachelor / Bachelorette from week to week. And so I got approached because Michelle, the wife, at the time she was still pregnant. And so they were like, oh, well, she's going out on maternity leave. Do you mind hopping on? I was like, look, I've never watched a day in my life of The Bachelor. I'm familiar with it, but I've never watched it because, yeah, Black folks just don't get down like that. They don't. But so I was a little leery. So they kind of talked me into it. But then she had the baby. So I was like, okay, great. She had the baby. Okay, cool. Okay. So you still going to do it? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. So yeah, this is hard for me. So y'all say a prayer.
I was gonna say, in a word, interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And it's two
Mhm.
of them.
Yeah.
It's
How's
two
that
women.
going? How's that going? Do they have their own set of guys? Or are they dating the same
No,
guy?
it's the same pool.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh wow!
It
So
is
now
the
we just on
same
top of each
pool.
other, huh?
Yes.
That's gonna get messy.
And then they have
Yeah.
the guys have the opportunity to turn down the rose and be like, well, no, because I want her.
Oh,
They still choosing. That's not fair.
I was like, oh, okay. Well, this
but
is
what?
interesting.
So if I turn down your rose, but then I don't get a rose from the other chick, then I'm gone, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
you're just like taking a chance here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well,
Mm-hmm.
that's a twist.
It
Because
is a twist.
I think I'd be there for the crack ups.
It's definitely a twist because at the end of last season, the two remaining girls were led on by Clayton and he dumped the both of them. And so
Oh.
ABC gave them the opportunity, well, The Bachelor gave them the opportunity to come back, but as a joint venture. So it's the Bachelorettes.
Wow.
Didn't
It's
he
interesting.
also have sex with both of them too?
So you asking me about last season. I know nothing about what happened last season other than that this man then jilted these two women.
I figured you got some intel from the podcast.
I can certainly ask. I will put that on my notes to ask. But yeah, this is really interesting. So definitely check me out. Rejections and Roses on Pop Break. All right. So just had to throw that out there. All
That
right, y'all.
sounds like 5 guys a week, which I don't watch.
Yeah, I don't watch that either. Do you all
I
watch
saw,
that?
I heard that it was actually kind of interesting.
Is it?
From another podcast that I listened to, they were like, it's actually fun. However, I don't know if they're being told to say so.
Yeah.
Is that our girls? Did our girls say that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So obviously these are people who are older because they're living in a house.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought about that. I was like, can I do that? But then I don't want no funky at my house would be stinking like stank.
A lot of men in a house. And
5
also
men?
in the same
5
room.
men.
No.
Then some of them have kids, so I think their kids gotta be somewhere. You don't want Goldie around everybody.
Well, Goldie would let me know. This ain't for you, honey. This ain't our daddy. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with Stasha and Nate. Belinda, it's Stasha.
Okay. Stacia. No, I'm just kidding. I really made it even worse.
I knew somebody named Stacia, so I thought her name was Stacia.
That's what I was
Yeah.
saying. Oh, because let's not get it mistaken that her mom's name is Stacy.
Yeah,
Get it right.
let's say that. But yeah, let's go there.
that I named my daughter after myself.
Oh,
Mm.
and it's Star.
Right. As a way of being able to remember, my sister's name is Tasha. So I was just like, okay, Stasha. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So yeah, what's say it about Miss AKA?
Oh, for
Oh, is
sure.
that what she
Yeah,
is?
No, but she
she's
just
not,
gives off
but she is
AKA
the epitome
vibes.
of.
She's definitely divified.
Yes, Lori AKA is one of the black sororities, infamously marked as bougie, highfalutin,
Oh,
Okay.
nose up in the air.
we'll
So
be
Yeah,
getting
those are the
she
complaints.
definitely has that for sure.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But you know what I have to say, I really do like her.
Uh-oh, that's
how
how it
she's
started
holding.
with Jasmina.
I know, right? But how she kind of just she she was listening, at the wedding to what the groomsmen and the family was saying. She was asking questions. She was really in it. She wasn't kind of like deer in headlights like most of them were, or asking the wrong questions or materialistic or anything like that. So I really like that. I also like how she approached, like there was one question she answered. I was like, man, you just aced an interview question, because they were asking about what do you think about your man having female friends? And she's like, oh, well, it's all about boundaries. And but how she went on and said it, I was like, all right, you aced that interview question.
She probably a
But
little debutante or something, little pageant
yeah.
queen.
But what do we think about her mom when she found out about the experiment that she wanted her daughter to get a postnuptial? I didn't know there was such a thing, to be honest.
There
There is.
is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there is. I've heard that quite a few times.
There
I
is.
think that apparently she must have, or that the family at least feels as though she has, a pretty good financial situation going on. We
She
want to
has
make sure no one can
properties.
take that. Yeah, she said properties. She did say
Properties.
that.
Yeah, she has
And even when
properties.
she spoke about
My
them being
property is my
together,
property.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, when they spoke about them being together, she mentioned like, oh, we can get a property, get a house there. It wasn't like, let's move there, like we would say. She was like, oh, we can get a house there. I could see protecting her assets if she has, you know, she did the work to get them.
Here's what I really didn't like during the introductions, how her family was just like, oh, she has this and she has that. And it's just like, why is everything pointed towards what she has
Mm-hmm. Nothing about who she is.
monetarily?
Yeah,
Right.
it was a resume. It was a resume.
And that's what it was, girl.
Mm-hmm. It was a
It was
resume.
a
They didn't.
resume.
We still know nothing about her.
Yeah.
We know nothing about what she likes.
Well, she sleeps with her eyes open.
She sleeps with her
Right.
eyes open,
We
and she
know
damn
that.
sure don't like that little blonde friend.
Oh yeah.
No,
That's all
she
we
does
I
know.
wouldn't
not.
either though. Red flags
She's
are up
pretty,
ahead.
right?
She does not like her.
Because a
I
little
got her.
blonde friend looked like she was about to cry the whole
Yeah,
ceremony.
I
Go
got her
ahead.
name written down while I'm watching Megan.
Megan. Go ahead and give your theory, Belinda.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they definitely done touched. He touched her.
Mm,
I think so. Yeah, when you
I
got here,
think so. Probably in the
Megan,
beginning.
and maybe it didn't
Mhm.
work out, so then y'all decided to be friends because Megan seems a little clingy.
Mhm.
It didn't work out for her.
Mm-hmm.
He gave her the welcome to San Diego,
Mm-hmm.
and and that was it.
Mm-hmm. And now you're going to go into our group of friends.
Right. We
Sure,
hike
my family
together.
too.
We watch sunsets. I think of all my friends like this. And now you're part of the friendly too.
You could call me for anything, any advice. Girl, why would
And
I
I
call
won't.
you?
And I
Yeah.
won't. Mm-mm. I'm
I
gonna call
get
you and
that.
ask
Now
you
here's
when
my
the last
problem
time you
with
did it to my
Stasha,
husband.
though,
Now.
in that conversation.
Go ahead, lay it out,
Because
girl.
that you have that later, in your face. Okay, girl.
Right.
I know that it's being fake, but to check her and have that look on your face, like in disgust, like the girl was beneath you, and you just became this man's wife 5 minutes ago. That's what was like. I think you're gonna be a problem
I
because
don't
you
like
could
how
have been nicer in the moment because you just met her 2 seconds ago. It's too soon for you to be turning up your nose or y'all do game nights. We ain't gonna have too many of them.
that's what I was
Slow
gonna
down,
say.
boo boo. You
I
too
don't like
fast.
I don't like that. We're gonna cut out on the game nights. You did that. Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Mm-hmm.
But she's possessive. And that's why we don't know a lot about her, because what we do know about her is that everything is about money. She was able to emancipate herself. Her parents let her, and she stayed with someone else, and all she did was build, 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 build so that she can have stuff. that is what is the most important to her, which is why when she said to her friend or his friends, what's the thing, and she can't be vulnerable, she can't. She's afraid of not having. So think we don't know a lot about her. We know quite a bit about her.
Yeah, Stasha, I don't know about you, beloved, but yeah, when she said that she's not very vulnerable, I was just like, girl, how is this gonna work? Because one of the only ways that this is gonna work, you have to allow yourself to be vulnerable enough to open up to this said person, to allow them in so that you can build on something. So I'm like,
Well,
okay, so
you need to choose your words, Lovey, because I do believe that she is building up, and I do believe by that next clip for next week that she is letting him in. So you need to
I
talk
don't think
about
so.
like
I don't
the
think so. You
other
think they're
part.
gonna touch? I don't think she's gonna touch him.
Well, she's doing something. She's already naked in front of this dude in front of the shower.
well, hell,
Yeah,
so
but
where
she
is
looked
Imani and Woody?
yeah, she was looking
Exactly.
uncomfortable, looking like I don't quite. I'm not too sure about this either. So I don't know. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I do need to see what's going to happen here.
Hmm.
Mm, I still got one eye open on her.
Yeah, I think she's.
Yes,
I
she
think
do
she's
too.
going to be too much. I like how he called her nuts though, and she
Yeah,
took it because he was serious about that. She was like, "No, I'm just a little." He was like, "No, you're nuts." And
right.
she was like, "I know, but it's just a little." He said, "Yeah, just a little, just a little nuts. Yeah, let's laugh it up, but yeah, you crazy." And she rolled with it. Let's see how long she keeps rolling with it because he's serious.
Yeah,
His
them together is going to be interesting on their part. And she
would
looks like she will
his
be nitpicky.
yeah.
Because he's not gonna be as clean.
Mm-mm,
Mm-hmm. She's
mm-mm,
very clean, she said. I had that written
To
down.
where people don't even think she lives there. The model
Yeah,
home.
it's a museum.
Hmm.
Um, I thought it was very interesting what the family wanted her to know about him. He's a Devo and a freak in the sheets.
It was so inappropriate.
I know, right?
Hmm.
It's gonna be interesting to see them. Do I give a prediction now for them?
We can go. Yep.
We
Let's
can.
let's predict. Iva, resident recorder.
Oh,
You recording?
you know I'm on it. But you can't see it. You know I'm on
I
it. I
see.
got
She
my.
got the little blocks and everything.
Yeah, I was about to say I was ready
This is
for it.
it because we are deep enough in this. There will be no changes. What you said.
No
What you said.
changes?
No changes. You
No.
said what you said. You've seen enough. We're professionals
Do what's
now.
needed to be done.
Okay.
We are professionals now. We've done this so many times.
We are professionals, but the professionals are not professional.
All
We
right.
know
All
how
they
to
doing
predict
is
this thing by now.
fucking James Allen swag. Shit. I need one
Okay.
of them diamels.
Okay. My prediction. I say yes.
Mm.
I say yes because I think he's going to break her out of her little sedity ways, just a little bit, not a whole lot. But I think they have the potential from what I see. I'm gonna say
Okay.
yes.
So what if we do a twist and say we're doing our prediction of do we think they're gonna say yes on decision day, and then do we think they're gonna stay together?
That's an educated way of predicting.
So you got one. So your first one is decision day. Yes.
So are we doing that now or are we doing that halfway?
Well, see, halfway would be like BB said. That'd be like us changing our mind.
Stakes are
So
high.
You hate being wrong. That's you like. I can't take it because what if they?
Okay. Okay. So I would say yes to both.
That's rich.
Oh, I don't like that. Okay. 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 I can roll with it. Consensus says. Belinda, what's your prediction?
No.
No to both?
Hmm.
Okay. Lori?
I say yes on decision day and no after.
Good job.
Okay.
I'm
What?
with you, Lori. I say yes on decision day and no afterwards.
Ooh, all right.
Do we have any phone in predictions from Brown?
He did not give a prediction.
Okay.
He did that at another time.
I got a gripe with Married at First Sight. All right. So, Iva, you and I both know. Why did y'all have these people outside in the cold when you know that the temperature drops at least 15 to 20 degrees below what the high was of the day? Why? I understand that COVID is still out here and it's still running rampant in California. However, there was a way to be able to set that up to where people were comfortable.
Yeah.
And since we on Stasha and Nate, why did you have on that motorcycle jacket?
Nobody
Girl.
had a jacket for her because some of the girls looked prepared. Some of the
Uh-huh.
some of the girls were
Mhm.
prepared, but
Uh-huh.
her
Yeah.
and
Lindy?
Christina, was
No,
it Lindy had on a
Kristen.
jacket.
no, Kristen.
No.
Kristen wasn't prepared.
Kristen.
She looked like she had
Kristen.
on a motorcycle jacket too.
She did. They both, because somebody was like, "Do you like leather?" And I was just like, "Is that what y'all wear when it gets cold? Y'all put on motorcycle jackets out around the parks?"
The only one that was prepared and looked beautiful was Alexa.
Alexis.
Mhm.
And somebody else had the black one.
Lindy.
Lindy had the
Lindy.
little black little
Mhm.
shrub.
Right. Because
Mhm.
right. Because can we talk about how Mitch was cold too? Which I get it, but Mitch was cold too. But he didn't even say, you know,
Hold
we
on,
gonna use
hold on.
like
We
that.
gonna get
We
there.
get-
We gonna get there. We gonna get there. I got that. I got that bullet point. Woo, baby. Okay, come on. Okay. But I felt bad for them because I was just like, I know it's cold out there and these heaters is not working.
No.
It's not working.
Especially since you're looking at a see-through, because when they did the what's that called, the
Overhead
drone
shot.
over, yes,
Mhm.
which was beautiful, but it's see-through.
Mm-hmm.
It was just lights. So
Mhm.
you're right, Levy. The first thing I thought about was when I'm looking at how windy it was during the. I said, "Oh, they started these like about 4 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do. They should have done these like in the heat of the day, like noon,
Noon.
1, 2,
Mhm.
some at least 2.
Mm-hmm.
2 o'clock, you'd have had a good 70, you'd have had a good 85 maybe, and then you could have carried on. You start these at 4, you got to do all these shots, all this walking. By the time they got to the thing, it was about 6, and it's cold. So that 70 that you had is now a cool 55.
Yep.
Mm.
And
Mm-hmm.
depending on where they were, because I was trying to look how they were in the back, it looked like they had water behind them.
Mm-hmm.
So if they
And
had
they
water
did.
behind
It
it,
was
Mm.
oh,
cooler.
that chill on
Mhm.
top of that water. Oh yeah, in San Diego especially. Oh boy,
Oh
y'all.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's over for y'all. It's because San Diego is like the city. They'll have that fog on top of their water.
That's why Alexis's hair was messed up towards the end of the
Yep.
night.
Mhm.
No, I don't
Mhm.
want to blame that on that. I want to blame
Okay,
that
That
on her being
humidity.
that
sloshed.
played a part. That played a part.
She was sloshed. No,
She
we don't
was.
have humidity out there, BB.
No, it's
She was
missed.
No
sloshed.
humidity.
It's missed.
No,
It's missed.
it's
Okay.
right. Yes,
Mhm.
yes, it's missed. Right, but it wouldn't frizz up like that. That was not frizz. That was mess. She was sloshed. She was dancing too much, and she did one of these, and then she landed. She laying on everybody. And
She
who we
laying.
going to?
How she laying?
They enjoyed themselves. So Mr. Brown, I asked for his predictions and he gave them. So since we've covered Stasia and Nate,
Who?
I said Stasia. What is it?
Stasha.
Chad, miss
Stasha.
me. Chad, look here. We're gonna get this name now. Shit.
She hit me with the old school miss me. Okay, go
Right.
ahead.
He said yes, they'll be together at decision day, but no, they won't stay together.
Okay. All right.
Okay. As we move on, I'll give his others.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So since we're here, let's go with the meat on the plate.
No, you didn't.
What?
Justin and Alexis.
Okay, so for the record, I just have to, I'm got to be the first to say this. Ain't nobody mistaking you or only use you for a piece of meat.
Oh.
Not nobody. Not nobody in the history of anybody's has ever served. Now, what I do believe is if you fall for every woman that comes in your vicinity, the way that you have fallen for this
You better
girl
say it.
and made them feel the way that you done made this girl feel like she was your God-given guest, then yes, some pennies may have dropped. But it definitely, Lord knows why you walk around looking like a Sudanese track star.
Oh my gosh.
Not
Doesn't he look like
nobody.
Manute Ball?
Yes, nobody. Not nobody in the history of anybody's.
I
Used
saw
you as a
him.
piece of meat.
I said, and his pedal pusher that he have with the, with the pants up, that's like a little bit on everybody else. It's like up like two
His was
inches. While his was
capris.
5. I was
His
like, oh, this fool got on boy prees. I said, with them big ass shoes, you better come through, Justin, with your boy prees on. And what's this?
Girl.
What's this doing the Grady with the suspenders, bro? What was that? I was like, you better get it, Grady.
Yeah, see, Justin, and now see, I had told myself I was going to govern myself in a different way this season.
But
However,
sometimes the spirit
Justin
just
should have
compels
learned,
you.
baby, honey, ain't nobody try to use you as not never
Mm-mm.
in the history of evers.
Chaka Khan said it. Ain't nobody
But
at
however,
all.
you probably made them feel as though they was the greatest girl in the world, so they gave you. They did oblige
He too. He.
you.
She. I
Smitten.
love her.
Mhm,
I love her honesty. I was
mhm.
down with her when she said dying is a bit much. If I tell y'all, I rewound that because I rolled. I died. I
You
I
said,
did
oh,
too.
dying is a bit much.
And it rolled out without no hesitation. She's like, "No, I'm not
Because
dying. It's not why we gotta die. We can
exactly.
ride, but
That's
why we gotta die."
why we gotta exactly. I think that he is, as long as she stays as level headed, but she's a little bit too blunt for him. He gonna be crying in the corner, and his friends even said it. He's sensitive. He is. He gonna be crying in the corner because
But I think he can give it too. He can get funky because
he
I saw the
can.
funky.
Because I seen that brother. He got
Mhm.
it from that brother and that mama. He got it from that mama. But I'm with you. He can give it, but he's ooh, and ooh, he just look funny. He funny looking to me. I just
Mhm.
it's and
Mhm.
just
Lori
I,
obliges us. Lori's being nice, but yes, she did. For the record, Lori is shaking her head that he is funny looking.
he is. When I saw him, I don't know why I just started. I reminded me that I needed to watch Jurassic Park. He was just
Mm.
he looked like Michael Jackson in Thriller
Yeah.
when they turned around and hit the dun, dun, that part, the face with the makeup. That's how he looked to me. He knows how he is.
I was trying to figure out what it reminded me of because it's his eyes. His eyes are
It's his
about as big as
eyes.
yeah. Who else was it that had the eyes on Lindsay, I guess? There was somebody. Oh no. Mark the Shark.
Mark.
Mark.
Yeah, Mark the Shark. I forgot about Mark's eyes.
He's too. When he was like, "Oh, I just love it," she was like, "Hold on, you moving a bit fast." You right. He's smitten. He's every and he's all on me with the. I don't know,
Well, they
somebody
were in the
else.
thick of the moment. Okay,
Girl,
Now,
they
they
I
was
were
in the
will.
thick of that
present.
bottle. They was
It
in the
was
thick of that bottle.
refreshing to see a couple that really hit it off from what we've seen. So that part was very refreshing.
Mhm.
They could. I'm gunning for them because Lord knows that I don't gun, but I'm gunning for them that they turn out to be the next Woody and Monty because we need another. I'm hoping that happens.
Okay. The next Woody and Amani. Oh, before I forget, we gotta congratulate Brianna and Champagne Vinny.
Disney, they
Mhm.
over there popping babies out of over there.
I thought that
Okay.
was
And
the
she good
sweetest
and
thing.
pregnant too.
I just saw a post where she was complaining about doing her hair, and she's always bored and wanting something to eat. And I was just like, I in my head was like, she needs something to do. Like he's gone. Apparently, she's bored. She needs something to do. And apparently, you're bored because you're pregnant.
Mhm. Good for
That's
them.
cute.
We also have a congratulations out there that Steve got his head on right and
Ah,
Bless his heart. Yes, Lord. See how
yes.
things work out.
yep.
Yes.
Me,
Congratulations,
I thought
Yeah,
Steve.
about
Call
BB.
me.
I said his mama came and got him.
Right.
Because BB always be telling everybody mamas to come get him. His mama came and
Yes.
got
Go get
him.
your baby, honey. Go get your
Yes,
baby.
his mama. He packed his bag and went home and went with
Mm-hmm.
his little stuffed animal. His mama came and got him.
That is
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
funny.
yes.
Okay. So I really don't want Justin to be dancing in public like that. I
You
don't.
mean,
And I'm a little skeptical now looking at you.
mm,
Of the meat situation.
Yes.
Okay, so not for nothing. Here we go. We going down this road. Forgive me. We going. Everybody with me? We're going.
Yes.
So here's the thing. Y'all have talked so much about this man's penis since the day we met him. Y'all have had extreme sex talk this whole season.
It was a lot of
So
sex
a
talk.
lot of sex talk. So since this is where we are, and this is what y'all want to do, I have to go ahead and make this comment.
Mm-hmm.
When the friend said, I think it would be skinny, I concur.
I
I didn't
concur.
get I didn't get that I thought that it would be like the other thing where they were like, oh, do you think you can accommodate? Blah, blah, blah. That's not what I got from him because you are very thin. And according to what I've learned or been, when they were talking about these things, is that your extremities in your body match your penis. So I'm thinking that penis is not going to be like, I'm thinking pencil. And I'm just going to go there and then now we're good. All right. So that's all I
Yeah,
have to say.
I didn't get soul pole from him either. I did get tripod, but I did not get soul pole.
You get tripod? I don't get tripod.
Well,
I
only
get
because of length.
pencil.
Only because of length, not girth. Only because of length. But
And sometimes,
not soul pole.
Say it, Lori, because I
and,
can't.
and
Sometimes what,
sometimes,
Lori?
and sometimes the Lord bless men, and we wouldn't think that would be blessed.
Yes.
There was a guy that totally was not my type, but he was kind of like just a cockroach. You just wouldn't go away or whatever, lack of a better word. And so, a few drinks, tried it out, and I was quite impressed because he was not tall, he was skinny, and was packing the man meat.
Yes. Oh yes. Soul pole does
So
live in different places.
yeah, so you never know what the Lord has blessed somebody with. So somebody his height, maybe it's not as long as some people would expect.
Mhm.
And maybe that would happen too.
Shaq's a grower. Let's just go there. Shaq's a grower.
Everybody
Yeah,
let
Shaq,
it, big girl let
everybody,
know
yeah.
Shaq is not
Shaq,
big.
Shaq is not blessed.
Yeah, and
with
quite
shit
a
but height
few.
and money.
Yeah,
Sorry, Shaq.
yeah. I've not present company, but I have been with someone that was fairly tall, and it was quite small.
Yeah.
Like,
Wah, wah, wah.
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
it was
And
hard,
he gave a
okay?
disclaimer.
It
Yeah,
was
right,
hard
right.
at the
He
end of the
let us
night.
know that it was hard.
Ew.
But we didn't get to see it, did we?
Yeah, when he was like, "It's hard. I'm hard.
My
right
dick
now."
is hard. That's what he said. I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They had to have drank a lot.
They did. Didn't you see her
'Cause
hair?
they enjoyed themselves, and I'm here for it. I'm here.
The
for
mama
it.
was crying in the corner. Mama, go sit down. Go sit down. She was like, oh, my child. But you know your child, mama. That's how my mama would be, though. Because I'd be over there talking about, come on, come on. Oh, go sit down, mama. Yeah, so, yeah. She know who she raised. She knows she was about to let him go on up there and get that old garter.
It looked like everybody though was legitimately having a good time at their wedding ceremony. So
Not everybody.
Except Mitch.
no, I'm talking
Okay.
about for Alexis.
Oh,
Oh,
Alexis
theirs,
and Justin.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
They had fun. Soul Train line and everything.
Yeah.
That's what I said. They enjoyed their wedding. Their guests enjoyed themselves. I like that. I think that that's one of the things that make me believe they're going to be a strong couple.
Okay. All right. So, what's Brown's prediction?
On them, please hold. Mr. Brown. He has him as tall black guy. Yes and yes. He
Not
had
tall black guy.
Stacia, her,
Asha.
and Nate. He had them as other black couple.
Oh, Lord. Okay. All right. I say yes and yes. I believe that, yeah, they're going to balance each other out. They are. They might have a little bit of turbulence, but I think they'll be all right. Iva, what's your prediction?
I am going to say yes and yes for them. I think that once she breaks it down to him and tells him to stop trying to people please her and get his own opinion and that she's not going to break, then they'll get better because he is people pleasing. He does not want her to go away, Jesus.
Girl.
He does not want to anger her at all.
Girl.
And she has no problem.
Okay, girl.
She will She will have no problem telling him how she feels, and then be like, "So, oh, you got a problem with that? Okay, well, let's deal with that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk through that. Oh, you still don't want to talk about? Okay, well, call me later." And what did she say to the friends? If I leave and I block him, he needs to send me an email. If I block him, he needs to this, he needs to that, he needs all of that. Yeah. He
But why are
gon'
we
he gon'
blocking though?
you know what? I was gonna say the same thing, but I had to chalk it up for age because I don't even block people I don't talk to no more because I probably want you to see what I'm doing without your ass. Oh, sorry.
That part? It's
Mm-hmm.
that whole entire
Mm-hmm.
part.
And
Plus,
if
it
you're
takes too many
stalking
buttons
me,
to block.
I was told don't block your stalkers because then you don't know when they're coming.
You better say it.
So,
You better say it.
That's some sage advice.
yes.
You better say it.
Lori?
So there's two
Uh-oh.
couples here that I'm not sure about, and they're one of them because
Yeah,
as
I
much
was
as
with
I
you.
want them to work, I keep going back and forth. Like I originally have on my decision day notes that they're a no,
Mm-hmm.
but and then the reason why I'm feeling that way, and I should probably just go with my gut, is he can be he's sensitive. And I don't know how he's going to feel that she has a lot of man friends, if that's going to be a problem in their relationship. I don't really know what he does for work. He said he's in logistics or whatever. I don't know if he has a job or does, if he's as successful as she is. I'm sorry, she's in logistics. I don't know what he does.
He works in digital marketing.
Okay. And then he had a lot of relationship issues where he had to leave and refine himself. Like it really did something. So that's where I was also thinking to myself, well, Lori, maybe he worked on himself and got it right, and this is gonna work. So I'm really on the fence, but I'm gonna go with my gut that I wrote down. No, that they're not gonna work.
Let me tell you, Miss Lori, why I wanted to say no, yes. Like they would get back together afterwards, but we can't do that on this one. But I
Yeah.
did want to put them as a no, yes. But I think that they're gonna get it together. I'm with you. I wonder about they met on Hinge, right?
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A lot of these couples' paths have crossed prior to the show.
Mhm.
Really? This is the first. I mean, for this season, I think it's this one, right? Or is it?
Yeah, this one, but Amani
Okay.
and Woody,
Oh
their
yeah,
paths crossed.
yeah. And
Amelia
then
and Bennett.
yeah,
Oh,
It was another couple. I can't
was that
remember
the
who.
rude one? The
Johnny
dude
and
that
Val.
Yep.
oh
Johnny
my
Mm-hmm.
Val,
God.
and then
No, their paths didn't cross. They knew each other.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Oh my
That's a
God, it's Johnny. Remember?
right. He was like, bow.
um, was it Mindy and Zach? Or no, there's Lucas or
No.
something, right?
I was about to say,
Oh,
what's the
Luke,
one where the dude kept
Kate
saying
and
she
Luke,
was all rude? Yes. Oh, that
Kate and
was
Luke.
so bad. I remember that season.
Yeah,
That was horrible. Because he
Mhm.
was the one that set up the little dating things, right? He went and that's where he
oh
met.
yes,
Yeah, that was
that's
horrible.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
you said no and no?
yeah, and I'm hoping
Okay.
I'm wrong. I'm hoping it's gonna turn into, that they stick together because they're really cute and I love their ceremony and everything. But it was just something about it where I just kept going back to no, it's not gonna work. And I really do hope I'm wrong. So
I believe that it's going to be a yes. I'm hoping a stick with the bull. Yes. But I don't know. I don't know. Now this one's hard for me because I want to say yes because she's patient
yeah.
and he's a people pleaser. So he will adjust. Like if she say you kiss me too much, he won't kiss so much. If she say I'm going out with my friends, you can't whine about that anymore. Okay, so he won't. But would that continue all the way through? I don't know. Or will she get tired of him being so, what's the word? Egregious? So I don't know. But I'm
Because she
gonna
wanted a
say,
man. She wanted a man, and he's
yeah,
a
she keeps
sensitive
saying
Mm-hmm.
man.
that. Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say I'm gonna say yes and yes, and then maybe it'll be like Steve and what's the face where it's like way on down the line. Maybe.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So I have a question just before we get off of them. Is anybody else tripping or laughing about how she said at least 3 times, like, yeah, I wasn't really attracted to him, but now
Yeah.
that I talked to he's become but every time she said it was with more and more wine and champagne goggles. But
Mhm.
it's okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm hoping they touched. Now, this even though with all this talk, honey, I feel like let's go ahead and seal the deal. Let her see: is it a pencil? Is it a monster? what's happening? I needed them to go ahead and have sex.
Right. Because they've already
She dressed for
measured
it.
her canal, right? She can take whatever.
I cannot.
I needed them to calm that yeah.
That was the Bachelorette.
Consummate. Consummate.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
Consummate. Oh, that was the other people. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
that was
Yeah, that was-
Stasha.
Yeah, she ain't gonna do shit. But anywho, with them two, I want them to go ahead and get it out of the way, and then maybe that will also seal things for her, because you know we do get real, you know, be like, okay, I can work with it, you know, work with the
Okay, I'm
person. I
sorry.
mean, the person, like he seems to where, you know what I mean. You put up with a whole lot more because you bonded.
Stop backpedal. It's okay. Because it's all in one. It's the
That's
same,
not what I
actually.
meant. No, I did not mean it.
It's actually the same. So just leave it alone.
so around that same talk though, where it was like a lot of talk about meat and everything, what's this about molds of clay of vagina?
Right. Well, she
That's what I said. They have measured her canal.
Mm,
So she knows how deep it is.
what? Wait a minute. That's
You
not
don't
didn't
right.
remember that?
I don't remember hearing
She
that. I
did.
must have missed
Okay,
that.
I don't know about
Her
that. But
friend said that at the table when they were asking, what if it's big and what if it's this and what if it's that? And she was like, well, she said, well, we already know. And she said, you know, especially, I can take it. And the girl was like, oh, yeah, because we've measured it. Yeah, because we've measured it. They measured it. She's done molds of her own cootie coo. Yes.
that made my stomach hurt a little bit. But we'll come back to this. I don't think I want none of my friends trying to see how deep I am. Like, oh my God, what the hell? What? I don't know if it, I don't know. I missed that. Seemed too much.
I'm not about to sit around and be talking
We're not
about
about
my
to be
man's
proving up
meat.
people's that part too.
Yeah, that part either. I mean, I understand like certain conversation, but graze over that shit. Don't do all. And if you are the friend, no, anyway, never mind. I was gonna say that's 12th grade. If you are the friend that is to know, that's on the phone. That's not on TV.
Mhm.
But yeah, we don't even do
But
that no
she
more.
did shut it down. She did. And I was proud of her because that showed me that you do feel as though he's yours. Because from what I understand, you know, if you do allow people to talk about your mate's private part, then he doesn't mean much to you. So she shut
Right.
it down. She got up and walked away and shut it down. So I'm
They
glad
had
that she
all that
did.
hunch punch. She had some
Yeah.
more of that hunch
But even in
punch.
that, she still had the, you know, the wherewithal to get up and say, okay, we're not gonna have this conversation. So I'm glad she did. I was proud of her. I was like, okay, look at you taking up for your man.
But based on the previews for next week, it doesn't look like they touched that night.
Right. She's like, if he's with it, I'm with it.
That kissing was very sensual. I was like, dang, they're gonna get it in. But it doesn't look like it.
I thought that their wedding vows were very similar also. See, these were the small details where I kept going back and forth on what was. That's why I said I'm happy if they work out and everything. But yeah, it was they were very similar and they were very sweet. Like I even teared up a little. I was like, you think I would have known them? So, but what I wrote down that I wanted to remember was when she found out that he was celibate, she kind of called him out. And so at the after party, Keisha called her out about it. And she's like, what were you thinking calling him out? And she said, I'm going to ruin him. And if I had pearls, I would have been clutching him. I was like, that's funny.
Even Stasha said it too. She was just like, you just said it all out loud like that.
Yeah.
And she was like, they're gonna know anyway later on, because of course she'll call and tell your friends.
Yeah, but on the phone, that's another phone thing.
Yeah.
That was another one, yeah. And you said that in front of your mama, your parents. Say he's celibate. Okay, so.
But that was the liquid courage.
That was the beginning.
All right, moving on. Lindy and Miguel, aka Dungeons and Dragons.
That is what Kenyans called them too.
No, that's funny. I like them actually. I think she said she wanted a nerd and she handled how he introduced that he does Dungeons and Dragons pretty well. And
I don't think she understands the depth of it.
I don't understand it. But what's his name that was in the Magic Mike that's married to Sophia? What's her name?
The cutie
One
pie
from
guy.
Fleming, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
he
Sophia
plays Dungeons and
Vergara.
Dragons.
Oh yes.
He plays Dungeons and
Joe.
Dragons.
Joe
Yeah, Joe.
Mangiella.
Yeah.
Something.
Whatever
Yeah.
his name is.
Mhm.
So sexy
He
name.
plays Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, but I'm sure he ain't out here in a whole ass bear suit either.
He might have a different kind of suit.
Yeah, I saw him wearing like a jacket or something because he did, and I don't know which interview, and it might have been on Ellen or Oprah, but it was a long time ago where he talked about that.
Okay.
So.
All right. I'm gonna have to find that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Miguel's vows when he ended, I am yours in all things. I thought that was so sweet.
Mhm.
And they both are, have that medical background, and she had a religious upbringing. He's not as religious because she's not either. She's like on a different chapter, but she does believe in a higher power. I think that might be a challenge. But
Mhm.
I do have several friends that ended up with a spouse that was not aligned, spiritually like that, and they have found a compromise. So I know that it can be done. So I'm gonna say that it's a yes and a yes for them.
Okay. Well, if that brother has anything to do with it.
Oh, I
Ooh,
know, right?
honey, they're gonna be at church every Sunday. You hear me? That
Right.
brother was like, "Oh well, I need you to believe in God." Like, what is going on? And everything about my little sister, my little sister. Where you got one more of my little sister before I look at you a little side.
I was already looking at him sideways. You could barely see his eyes.
Uh,
All that hair. And his sister only believes a certain amount anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
he needs to calm down.
well, I think she may have stepped away from uh
Church and
the
rigidity.
church. Well, no, like going to church every single week, but
Mm-hmm.
she has the foundation. Because once you
Mhm.
have the foundation, that'll never go away.
Right.
So, she still believes in a higher power. Because even when he asked him, it may not necessarily be God, but do you believe in a higher power? Because I
Mhm.
believe that. Like, you don't necessarily have to have the same beliefs as I do, but as
Mhm.
long as you believe in a higher power, then I'm fine
Mhm.
with that. But you can't be like, nah, I'm good. I'm not going. I'm not doing any of that. And
Mhm.
I'm gonna have a little bit of an issue with that.
I think in his case, he overthought it a lot. He was definitely choosing his words, and I think he
Mhm.
overthought it a lot. And I think that maybe he could be more spiritual, but the fact that it was so heavy,
Mm-hmm.
speaking from a person who may not be the most religious, now let's not get it twisted. I love the Lord, but I don't subscribe to any particular religion. And I think between that and him being very cerebral, that I think that he just chose his words very carefully. Do I think that he is walking around here full on atheist? No. And two, what I really believe is that we don't have to answer to you, little brother. So
Facts.
then there's that. So
Mhm.
he will be fine. And as long as she's fine with it, and you never know. They got plenty of time on it.
Well, like he
Okay.
said on Keisha, they had a conversation already about it. She was, she talked to him about it before because she was like, I guess she could see that it was coming, but she said, let me let you know what I feel and I believe and everything. And okay, I'm cool with it, with what you, so that's it.
Now, what I will say that I like about the two of them is that they've already discussed a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and they have no problem with talking with one another. So
Mhm.
I totally admire that about them going in the right direction thus far. Now, that sister, I was like, well, the upbringing that we had, it was just terrible and blah, 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 blah. I was like, girl, this is too heavy for the
Yeah.
first day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can
But
we
I liked her response. She's like, either we're going to trauma bond, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I went through a rough upbringing too, and this is going to bring us together, or we can let our trauma, destroy us. So
Mm-hmm.
I felt like she did a very good job of answering her thing, and also just being like, I don't know, sugar. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
the sister was on there. Yeah, you'll learn the details from him later. I thought that might be part of with his spirituality too, as far as how he was talking, or his answers. But with
mhm.
with her family. But I mean,
Mhm.
at least At least they know where they're going. They talk to each other, like Lovey said. They did speak with each
Mhm.
other, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
And just
Okay.
like Stasha and Nate, they had very from the before they even met, similar gifts. She got him like a passport holder, and he got her like a world map,
Map.
because
Mhm.
it was the whole travel theme. I thought that was really cool.
That was nice.
Oh, I missed
Somebody both
that.
got Polaroids. Was
Oh,
it
that was
Sasha and
Sasha
Nate.
and Nate.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because they're vain. Okay.
Mhm.
So I say yes. I say yes. Ah, I say yes and no. Because
Mm,
I think the religion might be an issue.
Yeah.
mm,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
mm.
I say yes, and may give them a yes for later, at least for a while.
Okay.
Unless something else comes up, my only thing I worry about is because he's in his head a lot, it's going to be some rigidity going on. She seems really easygoing, like she just happy, just
Mhm.
I'm happy to be free from that religion that y'all keep talking
Yep.
about. That's going to be a
She
problem.
acting like she on Rumspringer.
You hear me? She's like, oh, this is great. I don't have to be at church every 5 minutes. So I think, if anything, if they don't work out, it will be him. But I'm going to say, I'm going to give him a yes and a yes. And if I'm wrong, we didn't put no money on it.
Is she a virgin?
Heck no.
No.
I don't think so. I
No,
thought
I
she
don't
said
think
she
so.
was
I
out here.
thought,
No.
yeah, I thought she had done a little something, but it's like everything else is because I couldn't believe she hadn't danced. I was
I
like, for
know.
real, girl?
So I was okay. So I did hear the no dance, and then that made me think that she was. But then I thought that she was one of the ones that was a little wild and mentioned some stuff going on before. Like she had kind of got her freak little time
I
out.
thought so. I
Okay.
And
don't know. I
sometimes,
mean, maybe. I mean, I thought they would have played that up a little bit more, or maybe they'll play it up later. Cause who was a virgin besides Iris? We had somebody else,
Mhm.
didn't
We've
we?
had another virgin. No, I think Iris was the only virgin.
Yeah, I don't think
What?
she's a virgin. I don't think we got that out of that.
What? I thought we had a dude. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Oh no, we just assumed Henry was. We just sorry.
Don't
Okay.
do Henry like that.
I
That is
Sorry.
funny.
I wonder what Henry is up to these days.
know,
Henry's
huh?
DMs is blowing up. Okay. And
You
if
know
your
they
best
are.
friend, one of your best friends is Trishelle from
That's
the
what I said.
real
He
world,
definitely was
you
not a
hanging out.
virgin. Right.
Right. She having a little couple of drinks on him too. Yeah, spending the
Yeah.
night on the couch, my ass.
That is funny. What's Brown's prediction?
What's Browns?
He said yes and yes to Dungeons and Dragons.
Good deal. Okay.
So
All right.
we've saved the worst for last.
Well, honorable mention is Morgan and Ben.
Okay, let's get them out of the way.
Yeah. Cause
No.
Mm-mm,
Yeah, no and no.
mm-mm, mm-mm,
No.
mm-mm.
Her mama, his mama is gonna like her, and she not gonna like him. No.
so one of her quotes from the show is, if these matchmakers can see something in me that I'm not seeing, and if they could find someone that meets my standards, then I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's get married.
She ready?
Did I say no? She's irritated. I'm so irritated. My family's here. We can't even have fun. And
She was a little disappointed. Now, what I will
disappointed,
say,
yes, that was not disappointed talk. That was irritated talk.
well, yeah, that too.
So she's coming in with that. Then he's shuffleboarding with his homies. I'm like, oh yeah, you'll be the first one to know when I do it after I tell my mom. No.
One thing that I really did not like about Morgan is when she did get the news that he had tested positive for COVID, she automatically went to he lying because he got cold feet. You in the whole medical industry.
Right?
Told you.
I thought the same thing.
Like no concern, like, oh my God, is he okay? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh no.
Even Michaela tried to be in the room with her dude.
Right. So I don't know. Belinda, can we come back at halftime for them?
I don't know. Maybe just that couple because we haven't seen them interact.
God, the hesitancy.
I
Okay.
had to think about it. I was thinking about it like, oh boy, thought about that religious question.
Right.
Yeah, I would say with them, yeah, because we haven't seen them interact.
Mm-hmm.
We could be like, oh, they're terrible. Then they get there, they be like, I just love you, and then we lost. So yeah, even I don't think
She's
that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
she seems a little. I can't even really. I don't even want to say it. I don't want to get Lily canceled. She's gonna be very strong for him. I don't think that he ties his shoes without asking his mom.
But everybody said that. Yeah,
I don't
I've
Yeah.
seen
think
quite a few things about him and the
that
mom.
he picks out his clothes. His mom still comes up to him and licks her thumb and wipes stuff off his face and pulls his hair down. She still does that.
That
And
could
he
be a
lets her do
cultural
that.
thing.
No, no, no,
Mm-mm,
no. And
mm-mm.
he still lets her do that in front of people. She don't do that behind closed doors. And he turns around and looks at her I'm telling you, that that was just, oh no. But still, even before he started talking about the mom stuff, he seems so fretty.
Mhm.
Does he
That's
seem
what
like
got
he's
me.
still
He
at the
seems
frat
very
party?
immature. He seems very
Yes.
immature. Like you be
Very
like, so
young.
he's 17.
Yeah.
Right. And she over here punching bags and shit. She gonna beat his ass. I'm telling you. I see. What? Will you come on?
You done
She
kicked your
seems
friend's teeth out.
she remind what?
Right.
Why? And why you didn't go get that fit anyway,
Why are we still sitting
ma'am?
here looking like that, friend?
You in here talking
Friend,
about supple, fripple, supple. It's so
friend, if you
soften,
don't go to the
supple.
dentist,
Right. I'm gonna need you to calm down, friend, with that chipped tooth. She'd have paid my $250 deductible for Delta Dental though. I'm not even
that part.
bullshitting with you.
Yes.
She'd have
Yes.
paid that $250. And I need emergency because you kicked it out on Saturday. I'm gonna need this tooth back for Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Who was this?
Right.
You didn't see
Morgan.
that? Did she kick the friend in the mouth?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And every time she was talking,
And the
I kept
friend's
looking
teeth are
like,
still jacked up. Friend,
yes.
friend, what are we waiting on?
Right. I was like, is this old? Are they reshooting? Oh, we don't know because her tooth is still gone. Yeah. Oh no. But she reminds me of Michelle Rodriguez. Does anybody else get that vibe from her?
A little rough.
Yes.
Yeah. She's definitely a strong, independent person, and that's the reason why she hasn't found love. And
Oh,
because she's, I think she scares men away. I think it even was in the clip. She's, that she's too much to handle.
and some
And
girls.
with him still being, I don't know, I'm guessing because I haven't seen that much with him. But he also seems like he's a sensitive, mama's boy type, and this is why I feel like it's just not gonna launch. It's gonna be a failure to launch.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Good,
Well,
good movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
we'll revisit them. In my head, I'm thinking no, but we need to see something. We got to see something. So
Yeah.
we'll
As
see.
of now, Mr. Brown has him as a no overall.
Okay.
And before we move on, I feel moved to change my thing from Alexis and Justin that yes on decision day, but no after.
Oh,
Lori, I thought you were sticking with me.
okay. All right. She said she
You
felt
said,
moved.
BB, you said yes.
Yes, I said yes to both, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
She
and now
said
she
no.
leaving
She
me.
said no to both.
Oh, you said no to both.
I
Okay.
said no to both, but now I'm changing it to yes on decision day, but no
Mhm.
after decision day.
Okay.
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 All right.
All right.
Ah, Mark and Lindsay part 2.
Hold on. I'm a,
Bitch is
Mhm.
almost like Alyssa to me. Oh
Oh, it's
God.
not gonna be Mark and Lindsay because that little thing, that little boy, that little 17-year-old boy gonna call his mama. He will leave. Mark
Lord.
was a pushover. I don't think he's a pushover. I think he's young and immature, so he definitely is not gonna put up with no foolishness. He's gonna leave.
Who? Justin?
No, what's the
Mitch.
guy? Ben.
Mitch.
Ben.
Oh, being okay.
Ben?
Ben.
Ben?
So, Ben.
Ben.
So, oh yes,
Mhm.
but I didn't know if that's who we were speaking of. Now, if we're
No,
speaking about,
I was saying I'm with Lori. I had to switch I had left my after blank because I've been thinking about them. But Lori, we together. Yes and no. Oh
Okay.
no, I think he gonna leave her. Okay, but are we now for the mom-in-law lover?
Yes.
Wasn't that Jack? I was like, this
Oh my
man is
God.
whole ass smitten for the mama. Now,
But
is
the
it
mama
then
mama?
what gets
she
me,
came to the wedding like this though.
you
Boobs
said
all
your
out.
wife was too dressed up, but her mama looked like a whole vixen, but that was fine.
Right.
Yeah.
A whole
Yes.
tramp.
Right.
He
'Cause
was all
it was
upset the
stupid.
whole day, but he lit up when she walked down the aisle. He's like, "Is that my bride? Hello, she's not wearing white dress."
Oh, he was fine with it being pink. Oh,
I
he was like,
Sure
and then I
was.
noticed it, and then you told the mother.
I know.
Mhm.
Absolutely beautiful. You ain't told her that she was beautiful yet.
Nope.
Not one time. He didn't even say it to who was he talking to? One of her friends. Like, how do you feel about her?
Yeah.
I'm not used
I
to all
don't
this
I don't
dressing
get
up.
this
That
whole thing.
all this
Yes, I
stuff.
don't get this.
Stop whining.
I
It's
was
so
like, he want to wear them
stupid.
damn same sandals he been wearing when they was going to look for stuff. He probably would have worn coming in with his sandals, some cut off shorts, and a Save the Whales little banner, and
And
then they
if,
would have donated everything.
and if you had said one more time that you probably would not have gotten married otherwise if they didn't put you on this show, then I would have walked out and be like, you know what? Then don't do it today either. Hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
that
my
makes
God, he worked my nerves. He is such an asshole.
he is, and it concerns me when I hear men say, "Oh, well, this is my last chance." What?
Mm.
What, sir? What? What? Okay, Lori, I'm the resident crip. Okay, you're gonna be our resident white person. Okay.
Okay.
Do you all
Um,
not have flesh-colored band-aids that could have blended from
Well,
what
we
he
just
had?
got them. So regular band-aids are flesh colored.
Yeah. We've been told that the band-aids that's been out there forever was, more of our flesh, but it's not, because
Exactly.
whenever, not in the summer, like right now, I actually have a tan, thank God. But in the winter, I'm white as paper. So that's not my flesh color, but no, yeah, he could have done better with that.
They have clear ones.
Yeah. And then I think they put a clear one on later at night because his band-aid had changed. It was really big at the beginning, and then if you notice later on in the night, it was smaller. But in one of the after shows,
Probably starting to bleed.
Kristen had mentioned that it was a gaping wound still, like his head hit a rock when he was paddleboarding or something out in the surf. So
And your cheap
Surfing.
ass probably didn't go to the damn emergency room. You just
Yeah.
that's just too much.
He just stitched it up. No, I was thinking in my head, I was like, did he cut himself shaving, but you worried about that damn beard being too short? Because I was like, what was
Such a
going on?
groomzilla between the thing being too short, then the friends with the tie. And thank God that girl came help. Now he was nice to her, the girl to help. But I
yeah.
think you knew, don't try it. Because she probably would have been like, fuck you and this tie. And I untied this shit. Right.
So I wrote my notes was because I heard about the Devo with Nate's thing. So I was calling Mitch a Devo when the barber cut too much off his beard, and then quickly switched Mitch is a bitch.
Mhm.
Because
No, to
Because-
quote Kevin Hart,
Kevin
Mitch
Hart,
is
he's
a
a
Mitch.
Mitch.
He
Yeah.
is a Mitch.
Perfect name.
because he was like, bestow me my bow. It's my wedding day. Da, da, da. And then when his friends give him a bow, he got all cranky when they couldn't, tie it. And yeah, it was just one thing after another. And then him complaining that his bride was overdressed. He likes more natural people. She's dragging the dress around. It's a wedding dress. And yeah. And he
what
didn't
what
share, and then he
difference
didn't
does that
share
make
his
to
coat.
you if she has to drag that dress? She ain't asked you to do it.
Right.
Why are you so pressed? And
Right.
had it
She got
wrapped
the little
around her
arm
wrist.
thing. She got right.
Yes.
That's what those
difference
things
does
are
it make to you?
for.
And you weren't even around her because she was too busy being in her mama's face.
Oh, oh.
So we
She-
gonna talk about how it got cold, and he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're cold."
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh my
That-
he
they
didn't
said
God.
he wouldn't
somebody
share
get her a
his
jacket. He didn't even offer to take his jacket off.
That's what I'm saying. Even until take it out, because he was like, it is cold over here. Okay, so I dig that you're cold, sir, but you can't give her your coat for 5 minutes so they find her another coat. You gonna say she needs a jacket, bruh? Because what? Look, I'm tripping. He wasn't hot. He had on more shoes than he'd ever worn. I'm
Mhm.
surprised he didn't wear his little Neanderthal sandals to the damn
Mr.
wedding.
Noodle. That's who he looked like in that suit. Mr. Noodle. Y'all know Mr. Noodle from Elmo? And
No,
how
no.
his suit, like the neck of the suit was bigger than his neck.
Uh,
Mr. Noodle. Look it up, Lovey. Mr. Noodle. He looked like fucking Mr. Noodle at that wedding.
I'll put
Oh
in
my
right there so I can
goodness.
look it up. Mr. Noodle.
Right.
Oh.
Mr. Noodle. Because I kept thinking, I was like, he looked like something. He looked like somebody. That he looked like damn Mr. Noodle. Because I was like, why is his collar and his shirt way and it didn't fit properly? It looked like he was sitting down in that suit. Like,
Log off, ma'am. Log off. I can't. But you would be accurate. Okay. Go ahead.
so anyway, between that and then what another thing that irked me is I have children, people, my disclaimer. I love children. Put that little girl down with that pink ass coat in my picture. Pink puffer coat. This niece.
It was cold.
I don't put her ass down.
No.
Where's her parents? Get out my pictures. Like, we should have took her picture during the day because
Yeah.
you're killing me. That picture looks so janky and just a hodgepodge of too much going on. Yeah, put them kids down. He's obsessed with those kids. Like, you spent more time with the kids than you did your bride.
And I
But she was
really
too
feel
done
bad
up.
for her because Kristen, you can tell she's beautiful. That whole previous relationship that she had,
What
where
she went through.
yeah, what she went through and everything, and then to get matched with him, I'm just like, this is where I get pissed off at these these pros, because they got it wrong, I think, with Morgan and whatever his name is. and I think they definitely
Ben.
got it wrong with Kristen and Mitch.
And then
And
then Mitch is broke. Her mom said that's gonna be a problem.
oh yeah.
Because her
Oh.
mom
yeah,
kind of
that's gonna be
politely tried
something.
to say, like, well, she
Yep.
kind of cares about money. So,
Yeah.
and they say she
I don't
bougie,
gauge my
this, that, I'm a
success
D.
by.
So why would y'all put her with Mr. I don't care about money activist that want to live in the Volkswagen van?
Yeah.
Like,
And
who
why
are
is a
these?
bike
Who's
everywhere?
doing this? I need somebody to explain to me what their match was because I missed it.
He's caring
He
about his carbon
irritated
footprint.
by spirit. I swear I can't stand that man.
Yeah, I
Dang.
don't like him either though. I'm cool on him. Everything about. I mean, I'm not gonna say everything about it. I don't. He just seemed like he just stuck out. And then when they were playing, what was that, volleyball? Is that what they were playing?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
When he was just sitting there like uncomfortably laughing at the conversations because the dudes were talking about penis again, right? He was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh God, he's talking about meat, and I just want to know. I was like, oh, never mind. Single
Is
use
he older?
plastics.
How old
Yes,
is
he's
he?
41.
41.
So maybe that's it. Oh, you two set in your ways. You might as well keep on being Mrs. Doubtfire to them nieces.
Oh.
Go on and stay lonely.
But he said that to his brother. He said that. And I was like, if you're having this conversation right here, y'all should not have even been matched.
Yeah.
When he was sitting on the couch, remember when he was sitting on the couch talking to his brother after they had video chatted with his mom and the sister-in-law and the two kids? After that conversation right there, I was like, I kind of had it with him. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm still dead about Mrs. Doubtfire.
He was the whole manny. He was the manny. They skirted over. They tried to say it. Oh, and I took care of my nieces for a while. No, your broke ass ain't had no job. You had to stay with them.
Yeah.
And they was like, okay, watch the kids.
Yep.
I don't even know what to say. Like, I don't know where they thought that these people would work.
I don't
Like,
know. And
I
do feel
honestly
bad
don't.
for her.
I'm starting to feel like Dr. Viviana had some inside information. She knew that they are no
She
longer.
had some insider trading.
She did.
She knew that she knows that they're getting blamed for matches that they're not doing. The matches is coming from production. This is getting overproduced. And I'm sorry, somebody who is a producer that's going to take someone who just had a heartbreak and went through, going through like a wedding destination without the groom.
She couldn't get the money back.
And then you're going to match her with the son of a bitch.
With the well, at least he paid for the ring and he didn't put it on the credit card, and she don't have to pay for her own ring this time.
Or maybe did the show pay for the rings this time?
The show
they
paid for the ring.
definitely did. That was one thing. Something else I was going to say. Her dad.
Oh.
Oh,
Man.
I was really over there tearing up because I just knew he was going to flip. But he
Yeah.
like, this my baby girl. Fuck it, let's go.
Yeah.
And everybody
Yeah.
gave him a hard time about not being dressed up, but he just found
He
out.
didn't know.
Yeah.
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 Then I looked at the dad and was like, "You were married to that mom?" Oh.
Yeah, I was
Right.
thinking
So the
that
mom,
too.
daddy must have a little money, and I think the mom was something he was playing with because they definitely are not.
Hey, she solidified something because she dropped one at least.
She sealed the deal. She's like, all right, we're supposed to get pregnant immediately.
For real.
Yeah, because
That's
I was
the,
like, is that her real mom or is that a stepmom?
Right.
Mm-mm.
Can you
Yeah.
say the dad owned a Buick dealership?
well, she also had some
Shut
siblings
up.
too, so it's not just her. There
Right.
she has some siblings.
But are the siblings from the mom or the dad?
I don't know.
Because the dad definitely looks older than the mom. The dad looked like Captain Kangaroo.
But I liked him. I
Oh,
was
No,
like,
I
oh,
liked him.
yeah.
I liked him. But the dad looked like Captain
He had a
Kangaroo.
lot of hair. Her dad had a head full of hair. I was like, okay.
Yeah, he paid for the thickness.
You can
oh
shut
God.
up.
Okay, you know what? Let's go to
So at
the
the after
predictions.
party,
Jesus
at
Christ,
the
I
after
can't.
at the after party though,
Right.
Kristen did mention that there's red flags at this point, just snowing down on her, but she's
Yep.
just doing snow
I don't
angels
care.
in them. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So she's seeing the red flags that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So my
Yeah.
prediction is no and no and hell fucking no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say when we first started, y'all couldn't see, but they were already pre-filled. They were already this match was already pre-filled. But okay, so Lovey, you said no and okay.
Mm-hmm. Lori?
Well, this one was my other wild card because I feel like it's gonna be bumpy initially, but they might figure some things out and maybe try to continue through the process, but split after.
Okay, so a yes and a no.
I'm thinking I'm gonna go no.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they're my wild card, so
Okay.
I just really wish for her because again, I'm just pissed at production. I want something good for her, but
You know what I think she's gonna get out of it? She's gonna get a sense of self and independence. She's not finished healing yet over what happened. She gained a
yeah.
little bit of independence from still going on that trip because you couldn't get your money back and going and chilling. I probably would have brought some sand to that beach or
Mhm.
found some sand. I'd have been stellar like a mug in that room. And who would have judged me? Judged your mama. I would have won whatever. But yeah.
But
I
Lori,
don't
why are
know.
you disappointed in production? Because this is the same people that picked Ryan and I can't think of her name, but it was the girl who had just lost her fiance.
And was unpacking in the storage. Oh my God, I remember that one. She shouldn't even gone on. No, they shouldn't even
Yeah.
picked her. No, she
No.
should have just gone on dating apps.
And I feel like, but then we had a little bit of background of that the professionals were selecting these individuals and really meeting with them and stuff. I feel like as the show has continued with seasons and has grown, that it's now most of that process is heavily produced and maybe like 20 or 50 applicants is given to the professionals as opposed to 100 or 200. And yeah, and like I again knowing how the show Unreal is, where you do have these producers where they're picking some people for TV. That's the only thing. And I feel like when you have somebody like Jacqueline who had a fiance that died, they should have pulled her in. And even though Kristen, she definitely looks like she's got it together and all that stuff, but I agree with what you're saying, Iva, that she probably hasn't properly healed, and she'll probably get that from this process, and I hope so.
That would be about all she get from it.
Yeah. Because he ain't sliding no meat.
Oh no, he's not even attracted to her at all.
Did you see the thing when he was like, "How can I start a fire if I don't even have a spark?"
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm just
think of
like,
her mom.
Right. girls us.
It's Steve
And
and
I
Michelle of America.
and I think and I think that that is going to be a point because they would have skipped over that, or maybe brought that back as like a flashback, we see later on in the season, if that wouldn't have been a big deal. With that being, oh, is this my wife? No. What the officiant say? No, that will be the mother of the bride. So lucky for you, because you're supposed to look like your mama, right? When you grow up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
right, but yeah, that's when they let that go. I said, oh, okay, that's about to be a big thing. And then when it came back up again at the reception, I said, oh, he's still going, and he just looking, and he just smiling and giggly, and that's why he had to change his bandage. He got so hot, all the blood rushed to his head. He started spouting out. They had to go change that bandage.
Shut up, Bo.
Oh,
Oh gosh. What the Browns say?
No, no, and no, and no.
Okay. Well, that's unanimous. Okay. All right. Well, we made it through. It's gonna be an interesting season. I can honestly say that. But I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I look forward to it. I look for the halftime show. I'm hoping my predictions are correct. I'm still a little something. I can't change it if I want to, if I need to. The only thing I can.
Okay.
Anywho, all right.
My two that I'm unsure about is Alexis and Justin and Kristen and Mitch. We'll see what happens. I'm anxious to
Yeah.
see.
Kristen and
are-
Mitch gonna turn it around.
I hope so, but I doubt it.
He's too
First impressions.
bitter. He's too
Yeah, he's too set his
angry.
way. He's old dog at this point.
Mhm.
And is he the oldest that they've had?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was gonna say he should have been on Australia. He's even older than the Fly Boy, because I think they would get along great, except for dude flying the planes and
Yeah.
polluting the air, and Mitch
Oh
being
no, Mitch would not have that.
Mitch being on sandals on a bike everywhere.
Did you
Look,
see
look,
when he complained about the cake? Like he
Oh,
said, "What is
yeah.
that? What is the cake?" And they're like, "It's supposed to look like the ocean." And he's like, then I'm
it was
guessing
trash.
when she was like, yeah, when she was like, it was whatever sustainable.
It was trash. It was, what's the name? Like when they find the pile of sea garbage.
Hmm.
I think that's what it was.
It was so
No.
dark in that clip, you couldn't really tell.
It didn't look like it was a pretty cake. It did look like it was like seaweed or something wrapped around it.
Yeah.
But he even wasn't feeling that. Like he just was disgusted by the whole thing. And I'm just not understanding. Did you watch the show? Did you not see that they have these weddings?
Right. Like, why are you here, sir? Just go.
I'm wondering, I wouldn't be surprised if he did not watch the show. That sister-in-law set him up, I guess, because she's lonely. I don't know why they were so invested in him being married. She wanted a sister-in-law. I don't know, but
Well, he
You're
said
right,
this
because
is
he's a
his
third
last.
wheel.
He said this is his last ditch effort. So
mm,
he was on board at some point.
I wonder if if they told him about the stipend, the pay that he gets too for being on the show.
Right, so he
it
can
would
make
kill me. I was
his
talking about the money
monthly
they used to make.
donations.
When he was like, I used to be the well, and now we're broke, honey. So let's not. Why are we living in the past?
He's not broke. He's just working on a limited income.
Because he's doing something that he really loves, and I'm like, that's all you talked about. That was the only thing that brought you any kind of joy, was you talking about this damn ocean.
Take this, Mitch. Single-use plastic.
I'm like, shit, he
I
wouldn't
got
like
a whole
me.
Keurig downstairs.
Okay, he wouldn't like me because I use single-use forks. Okay.
Right. Paper plates.
Okay. Oh, Mitch, you're such a Mitch.
We need the ocean to be here for our children. You mean the ones you're not gonna make with anybody because you're an asshole?
Oh. Okay. Any last thoughts?
I think that's a good one to end on.
Okay. All right.
Please
Well, look,
don't act like a Mitch. Don't.
Right.
Don't.
and on that note, we are done. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Definitely check us out for the halftime show. I will definitely post details when they come close to the time when we will be placing that drop. Definitely check me out on Roses and Rejections here on Pop Break TV as well as popbreak.com. Find me on all social media platforms under Live, Laugh, and Lovey. All right, ladies, it's been real. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.